We're the American Red Devils, and we are previewing Manchester United's next match. And if Manchester United can't even beat Brentford, a team built on scraps and spreadsheets, then what does this club even stand for anymore? Another loss could dump United into 16th place, and Ruben Amorim's honeymoon over. The knives will be out fast at full time. How are we doing, sir?
Sir, we're diving into it all in this preview podcast. It's the big Brentford match. Can we survive their chaotic press without Onana handing them a goal? Can Garnacho finally be the spark we desperately need? He's had the XG, but he hasn't been able to convert. And the bigger picture, if United finish this far down the table, what does it mean for Amorim's project Old Trafford? We have an awesome match preview podcast planned for you. Let's get into the show, sir. Manchester United are going to kick off against Brentford Sunday, May 4th, 6 a.m. Nice wake up here on the West Coast. I'll be in Hawaii, so it's going to be a proper 3 a.m. Calling card. 9 a.m. Eastern. It's away at the G-Tech Community Stadium that we went to. Brentford are the heavy favorites. United, obviously, in between Europa League matches. We're actually recording this before the Bilbao game, so we don't have the context of that big result. Hopefully, it was a huge win, but this is going to be a huge clash against Brentford. Like we said, we're playing at the G-Tech Community Stadium. We were there earlier this season when Brentford played Aston Villa. The Aston Villa support were in fine voice. It's nestled in West London. It's only 17,000 seat stadium. It's a very interesting stadium. It's a triangular site. It's boxed in by railway lines, giving every stand slightly different shape. And it doubled as the Women's Euro 2022 venue. It was built for both football and rugby, but the London Irish rugby side has actually departed the stadium. Away fans get a nice slice, tight corner next to the railway. It's perfect for rattling the home support, and we saw the Villa fans do it all night long. I'm sure the away traveling support will be down in London and in full voice away at the G-Tech Community Stadium, sir, and they have a fine pie as well.
Fine pie, fine neighborhood of London. We had a great time, beautiful day. This should be a beautiful afternoon of football. Talking about the G-Tech Stadium, it's a cute stadium. It's a nice, brand new, everything is neat as a pin, clean as a pin, just like shining. We had great seats for this game, and it should be a great opportunity for Manchester United to focus on the next game, because this is the game between the games. Let's be honest, Brentford, it's a big one. We always want to beat Thomas Frank and those long, luscious locks of hair, but this is all about the game at Old Trafford the following Thursday. But if you're traveling down to London, it is a wonderful stadium. It should be a decently nice day. Talking about very un-English weather, 18 degrees Celsius, 64 degrees Fahrenheit, expected to be at 2 p.m. local time. So leave the Parker at home, but maybe pack the bucket hat like John's rocking just in case. Where are we eating? Alex's Scran Watch. We're going to the Express Tavern on the Kew Bridge. Proper cask ales, legendary steak and ale pies. Get me one of those, and a beer garden that's crawling distance to the turnstiles.
It's literally where we picked up our Uber after the Aston Villa game. They got some good Scran, sir. Some dark ales,
there you go.
some meat pie, some dark meat pie, some fried meats out in England. Let's go. You need to see it. You love to see it. Look, a little about Brentford. They are the Premier League's model of a smart club. They're all about data-driven recruitment with Danish influence, like you mentioned, Thomas Frank. He has that never say die mentality. They were promoted in 2021 under Thomas Frank, which ended a 74-year top-flight exile, and the Bees have since punched above their weight with finishes of 13th, 9th, and 16th. They're currently in 11th, doing much better than Manchester United, and their major honors include 3 second-tier titles and a pair of pre-World War II cups. So they have a pretty light trophy cabinet. Like I mentioned, they're on 46 points in 11th. 13, 7, and 13, while United are in 14th, languishing, sir. They usually play that 3-5-2 out of possession, but they morph into a quick strike 3-4-3 built on direct balls, going into Mbeumo, trying to get at the back line.
Yeah, they're a dangerous team. And Thomas Frank feels like a mainstay now in the league, has been for a while. I believe we were attached to him for a short period of time when we were going through our manager dates. 51-year-old Dane took the reins in 2018, masterminding their promotion via the 2021 playoffs, and he kept them competitive on a shoestring. Like you mentioned, favors a flexible back three systems, He's very good with the set pieces, and they're aggressive pressers, so that should put United under a bit of a bother, especially as you would imagine we're going to be rocking Onana. I'm sure he'll be nervous after the mistakes that we made in Bilbao, inevitably. So I think we're going to see a lot of hoofball because they're going to look to press us. We've moved away from that almost immediately after Ruben Amorim came on and realized that, Onana, I guess you can't play with your feet no more. So I think we're going to see a lot of long balls, and we just have to be fearful of how dangerous the Bees can be on the counter and their ability to chalk up the midfield and press United, because that's when you know what we can expect. And I think every team knows when they come up against United, best way to get at them is just put them under pressure, and they'll make mistakes and give you the ball in your own half.
No, absolutely. We got to be watching on the tactical side. We got to watch for their high press on United's buildup, like you mentioned. Mazraoui's been out of form. Onana has been coughing up balls, especially when we're trying to play out from the press. The space in behind Brentford's wingbacks, I mean, that's going to be where we're going to have our chances. I think Garnacho is going to be the route one that we need. We saw that versus the Cherries. It was effective. He couldn't finish. I think we're going to kind of lean on that again with Brentford, as that's the best way United can really get in behind and exploit those spaces in attacks or head-to-head. Brentford, they've had our number recently, at least.
They have had some results. We have gotten, 4-1-1 since Brentford promotion, but they shellacked us 4-0, and that still gives me a little PTSD. Anytime I remember that was early
4-0, Ten Hag, neon
sweats.
lime green kits, and then
Christian Eriksen sweating. That was the famous run. They went for the run, and they all went for. We thought that was a false dot. We thought we were back, maybe. But yeah,
Ronaldo. Yes, Ronaldo.
The Heat will be here. It will be. I think there's going to be all eyes on Thursday. That's what makes me nervous about this game, other than our league form and how poor we are. The fact that I think this team is going to be very preoccupied about the game coming up in Manchester later in the week. But Brentford, a dangerous side, right? They'll get into their form, like you said, right now. They've been up and down, but look, they lost to Bournemouth. Excuse me. Sorry, you take us through. You're better at this job.
So, yeah, they beat Bournemouth 2-1. Newcastle beat them 2-1. Drew Chelsea. Drew Arsenal, that's not bad. They beat Brighton 4-2. Brighton did have a red card, so they're coming in on decent form. They're going to be playing Nottingham Forest on Thursday. They will have a short rest like Manchester United coming off of Europa League, so that is a benefit. But again, they're playing much better than Manchester United. They're going to be a well-organized side. They're going to try to take it to us. Looking at the starting 11 for Brentford in the 4-2-3-1, Mbeumo has been playing lights out. Damsgaard's also been doing very well for them, sir. Anyone else we should be looking out for?
I mean, Wissa is a player worth keeping an eye on. You mentioned Mbeumo, right? He likes to drift wide, cut him with that left leg. He's got 9 goals and 7 assists this term. Wissa's always just full of chaos, likes to press like a demon. And Norgard, giant forehead, midfield anchor. He is managing knock, could be 50-50, but they have a lot of hard Danes. You know, they have those hard Hans Christian Eriksen.
No, it's an organized.
They are, and
it's a
no
solid
nonsense.
Unit, yeah.
Everybody works hard. Everybody knows their role. There's no big egos, no complaints, and they're a dangerous side. We've seen that they're a dangerous team, but we need a win and we need a blow. And I think this is going to be a lot about rotation, because I imagine we're going to disappoint on leg 1. It's all going to be about leg 2. I think there's going to be some big personalities that need a blow. This is the 11 from the Bournemouth game, sir. I mean, I'm making Magoo needs a rest.
No, and the manager has come out and said, even pre-Bilbao, that Brentford's going to be big rotation. Now, I don't know why you would take that philosophy now, not when you're playing against the Cherries. But look, this is the 11 against Bournemouth. Let's go through our changes and what we expect here. We had André Onana in net, Luke Shaw, Maguire, Lenny Euro, back 3, Dogu, Casemiro, Mbeumo, Mazraoui, Bruno, Garnacho, and Højlund. Obviously, we don't know who played at Bilbao, but, quite a few changes. You'd expect to see a Harry Amos, maybe even a Cheeto start here, Eriksen, Lindelof, etc. I think you need to get a lot of people in, get a lot of rest for that second leg, because something's telling me, regardless, we're going to need to play well in it.
We're going to need to play well. I would agree. I think you make as many subs as you can basically afford to make. So maybe that's Fredrickson, right? He comes over Shaw. If Shaw starts and survives 90 minutes of football in leg 1 of Bilbao, that goddamn, he's going to need a rest, right? You put a Moss at left wing back. I'd put fucking Johnny Evans if he's ready to start instead of Magoo. Magoo needs a blow. Hoyland doesn't need a blow because he just needs goals. So you just keep lumping his big head up forward. Garnacho, I give a rest. I would die to give Mazarawi a rest, but now with the low hurt, I don't know who else is other than pushing Dogu on because he actually did look okay that one time. So I don't know. That's kind of my methodology, is just like as many subs as you can afford so you can have as many fresh legs for Old Trafford, because that's like do or die. Fucking, that's a final.
You hate to throw away the league, but it's done.
Away. It's in the garbage. It's already in the garbage.
Bookies odds. What do they got, sir?
Brentford are the big favorites. Minus, holy shit. We're Manchester United, right? This is a Manchester United podcast.
Yes. We are.
Manchester United are the heavy underdogs against Brentford, the Bees, that have won nothing in their whole history.
Well, it is away.
It is away. We're terrible. Minus 155 for the Bees.
In the league, yes.
Plus 310. Thank you, sir. Now you sound like me. Plus 390. Sir, give me the odds.
Well, what's at stake, sir, in this game?
A lot at stake.
We're talking about the table. We're talking about lots of things as far as Manchester United is concerned. Now let's go into what could be the outcome. Best case with a win, United jump to 42 points. We could potentially leapfrog Wolves into 13th place, putting us within 3 of the 12th place Crystal Palace. Could we be clawing our way up to 12th, 11th, some respectable finish to the league in the best case scenario? If it's a draw, we get to 40 points, stay 14th unless Everton beat Chelsea. And, most likely that's not going to happen. Worst case scenario with a loss, we're still stuck on 39 points. Victories for Everton and Spurs could see United slide to 16th, so our season could get even worse as far as the table is concerned. And since we're rotating, since the bookies have heavy odds our favorite, it looks to me that we might be falling down the table. 14th seems respectable. 16th, sir. Not a lot of excuses there.
No, and I think one of the big things is, like, as bad as we've been, somehow the other team that's also in the semifinals of the Europa League, Tottenham Hotspur, is below us. I think that's given us a little bit of, like, everyone's trying to go like, well, somehow Spurs are worse. They're worse. It's actually shocking. So,
well, their manager's gonna be fired
unless he wins a cup, right?
Unless he wins Europa League,
which
means we're winning Europa League.
Exactly.
He will surely be fired. But you said it. Score prediction: Brentford away. You are up, sir. What do you got?
Whew, damn, I got to stop betting United's going to win. That's probably the move. I think we get an ugly draw, 1-1.
All right, I'm going to go United lose to Brentford. United score 1, Brentford score 2. Just a heavy rotation. I think we played at full strength. Something like a draw or squeaking a win might be the right result, but I'm going to go with the United L. This match prediction game still is tight. United, 14th place, staring down the barrel, sir. Europa League's all we got. This is brutal. Scouse Bastards winning their second Premier League. We have 13. We eclipse them by every margin, sir. You might add those first division titles somehow. You get to 20, but
somehow. I don't know how they do the math. Let me just get out my calculator. Where did you guys get these extra years from before 1992?
Is it really before 92? Does it matter? I mean, like, it's a different beast. The Premier League is so great, special. I just feel like it just you have to weigh more. Anything to get one over on the Scouse Bastards, but nobody could have seen this. United floundering, but Brentford, the Bees, G-Tech Stadium. We went there, sir. It was great. You had the halftime pie. You gave it a shout. You gave it a review.
Good.
You really liked it.
Actually, a very good pie.
It's a nice team.
It was nice.
It's a nice part of London. It was even nice when we went there. It was in February, and it was a nice day in London. I can imagine the weather now, like you mentioned, it's going to be great. It's going to be a great away day. The away section's perfect. Down in the corner, the Manchester United fans will be enjoying it. And let's just hope for a good game. See some prospects. I mean, like, here's the deal. Europa League, it's all on the line. It's the electric chair. The league should just be about seeing the young kids. Fredrickson, is there something there? Right, even let's bring back Heaven. Let's get some of these youngsters involved, like Harry Moss. I thought he was ready, and is glad to see him get minutes. So it's encouraging, and if you take it from that lens, it's not so miserable.
No, because it kind of is fun. It kind of becomes like the excitement you get in the preseason, because you're like, you have some youngsters, you're going to bleed them out, see if they have a chance. Are they going to be good enough for the team, or are you going to
bleed them out?
No. What's the right?
Run them out.
Run them out.
Like, bleed them out.
Bleed them out. Kill them.
Sacrifice.
Kill each of them. One. Yeah, like the Aztecs. Sacrificial humans.
Apocalypto.
Yeah, that movie's wild. Yeah. No, we want to see if they've got what it takes to play for Manchester. Run them out. There's something.
Run 'em
I
out,
gotta
run
go
'em
back
out,
to the archives.
Run them out.
But either way, you want to see if players like Fredrickson, like Amos, have a future. I think Amos certainly has a future. Fredrickson, like you even said, it's like, hey, if he's not good enough, he might be good enough to get 10 million this summer, and then that's worth 30, 40 as it relates to FFP. So I think we should be excited about these games because the season's a foregone conclusion, but it would be nice to pick up a win. With no wins in the last 5 in the league, it would be great to have a green check mark.
Hey, Ipswich has a win in the last 5. Tottenham has a win in the last 5. Everton does. Look, the only teams that don't, I don't want to mention them, but sir, that is it. That is the podcast. You like the American Devils? Please support us on YouTube. Check out our YouTube channel if you're listening on iTunes or Spotify. Go to our YouTube, like, subscribe, and if you're on there, comment below the video. Let us know what you think your score prediction is for the Brentford match. Who should start? Should it be kids? Should we be going full strength? Should we be trying to chip up that table? Also, support us on Patreon. Go the extra mile. We do an extra special behind-the-scenes episode every single month. Members get tons of extra benefits. We have over 100 Patreon subscribers. Please check it out. Also, check out our store, americanreddevils.store. We got hats, shirts, beanies, scarves, everything you need to support the greatest team in the world. We got a website, americanreddevils.com. Great blog content by Alex and Co. Sir, tell them about iTunes reviews.
iTunes reviews and 5-star reviews of the American Devils podcast. Wherever you listen, it's a great way to support the pod. It helps us get found organically by other top Muppets like yourself. And we're still giving away free merch. All you got to do is write a 5-star review on iTunes or Spotify and send a screenshot of the review, sucking down a lot of air. Screenshot of the review to americanrevels@gmail.com with your mailing address, and I'll personally pick, pack, and ship some free ARD gear. Send it right to your door anywhere in the world. Keep those 5-star reviews coming, sir. Let's get in some top downloads. Last 7 days, best fans in the world. It's been a bleak season, but the American Red Devil community has kept us going, and we really appreciate it. Number one, how you doing? Los Angeles, California, Dublin, Ireland, Chicago, Illinois, Melbourne, Australia, San Diego, California, Brooklyn, New York, Houston, Texas, New York, Atlanta, Georgia, and last but not least, Portland, Oregon. Appreciate all the American Devils listening week in, week out. Don't forget to ask John about how that hat breathes in the hot pot room. it's like putting a bag on your head.
It's like a campfire. It's like you live.
I got a furnace.
It's like a coal oven on your head. It's hot.
Those pizza ovens that they cook a pizza in 60 seconds?
Sir, it's away days. Brentford summer. We're wearing the buckets. It's suns out, buckets out. That's the way we go here at the American Red Devils. Look, we've seen it all. We've won a lot. Everyone have a great week. Let's go. Come on, bees.